Hi, I'm Gracie and this is Scott with Small Worlds Big Adventures, building community through gaming. And today we are going to talk about Cartographers. Now, if you are curious about exploring new games and you want to support our channel, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you really like us at the end of the video, go ahead and hit subscribe with the notification bell. That would mean a lot. Scott, why don't you tell us about the game?
Yeah, Cartographers is a game for 1 to 100 players.
As it says on the box.
Plays in about 30 to 45 minutes. It retails for around $25. It is a strategic map building game. It's got super quick setup and teardown.
Yeah, in general, just an easy to get and build game. So
yeah.
Now, as we review our games, we have 5 categories. Player agency, mechanics, components, theme, and enjoyability. And then they can rate anywhere from terrible, bad, mixed, good, or excellent. So with that in mind, Scott, how did you feel player agency is in this game?
I felt player agency was excellent. They're really, every card that gets shown up, you have an option to do something. And you have to do something, and you generally have some pretty good options for what you do.
Yeah, I would say like 90% of the game, you're in control of your board from start to finish. There is an opportunity for other players to engage with your board and draw on it, but then you also get to do the same to someone else's. So you're always having a very intentional action in the game. So as far as mechanics go, I thought they were good. Pretty simple, easy to do. I thought they were good mechanics.
Yeah, I rated mechanics excellent. The game is pretty basic. It's pretty simple. The complexity kind of comes into what your goals are and trying to meet those goals. More importantly, I think the game ramps up slowly, and even for beginners, doesn't really leave anybody behind. Yeah,
that's very true.
Your first round, your score is going to be fairly small. Even for expert players, there's just not enough time to get a good big score in there. And by the end, you have, if you're a new player, you probably figured out the game, and you're maybe not keeping up with somebody who's played it 100 times, but you're probably going to end up doing pretty well.
Yeah. Components wise, what did you think?
I said good. I like the components. The art is sharp. It's really pretty and evocative of kind of this pastoral fantasy land. The monsters are decent looking. The goal cards are clear and precise in what they are trying to get across as far as the goals.
I have mixed feelings about it. It's not a complex game. It doesn't need a lot of components. Legitimately, aside from the cards, you need the map and a pencil. And what they give you is golf pencils, which are the worst pencils. And then like the color of the paper, if you're just using pencils, you can't really see it.
Yeah.
So for what they equip you with, meh.
Sure.
But we all live in houses that have markers or dark pens and stuff, so it's easily overcome.
Yeah.
And for $25, like...
I don't expect a fancy pen to come with it.
Theming, I and you were both mixed on this.
Yeah, mixed. The concept is you're a cartographer going out into the land and mapping out a country, and while that's a fun concept, it's not really what you're doing. You're choosing where all the different landmarks go on your map, and that's not what cartography actually would be. So, you know, it's a cute little conceit for the game, and it does, the choices and how the game plays out, like it does make sense in some of the, like how the cards and stuff are laid out, but, you know, it's not the best.
Like, if you're going in here going like, I'm going to feel like a cartographer, you're probably not.
Yeah.
It's fun. It gets the point across.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then overall enjoyability.
Good. I like the game. It's a fun game. It's a quick play. I wouldn't choose it if I had to choose this over a number of other games, but it's great for like end of the night, we still have half an hour to throw something out there.
Yeah. I think the enjoyability is excellent. It is a game I could literally just play over and over again. There is a pleasant, calm competitiveness that is just enough that you keep wanting to do it, but isn't too much that's like overwhelming.
It's in a lot of ways a pretty stress-free game.
Yes.
From setup having almost very little that you have to do to playing the game to breaking it down. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. As far as final thoughts go, I really like this game. I think it's great to just whip out with anyone. And they'll be able to catch on quickly, and it won't be a stressful thing. I also really enjoy the overall like dynamics of like trying to fit the pieces together and working with the landscape, and the orneriness. Like, can you call a game ornery? Like, you get to like mess with someone else's board and try to make their life difficult if you're mean, which we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoy it, and the ways that you engage with the other players, it's fun and enjoyable and a little ornery, and I think that's a great little mix.
Yeah, sure. I like the game. It's a great gateway game for bringing people onto these kind of more complex games from Monopoly or Chutes and Ladders or what have you. Did
you just call Chutes and Ladders complex?
No. Coming from those games.
Oh, okay.
It's a great gateway game. The concept is fairly simple and fairly easy to explain. Yeah. The way it's set up, you don't really get lost right away because everything kind of ramps up as you're playing. So you kind of, even if you've only played 0 times before, you really kind of start getting into it pretty quick. And I really like that. It's quick and simple.
Yep.
It's a real easy, if you've got half an hour at the end of the night or whatever, to just say, well, let's go ahead and do this, and pull it out, set it up real fast, hand out the maps, and you're going, and it fills. It's a great filler game, and it's fun. It just really is. It's a fun puzzle like. I almost want to use the term tactile, but it's not tactile physically. It's tactile mentally, as you're trying to fit these shapes in a way that's going to most benefit you or most hinder your opponents when you get the opportunity to do that. And it just feels really good in that sense.
Building off of what you said and kind of like that gateway game, I think this would be a really good play with like younger kids.
Yeah.
Like, all you have to do is draw the little shapes, and we don't have younger kids, but Des likes it, you know.
Sure.
Almost grown teenager.
Almost adult kids.
If you are intrigued by this game, or if you have other games that you're like, how do I know if I'll like this game? If you've played Blocus.
Blocus is a good example.
Tetris. Spent a lot of time trying not to say Tetris in this.
It's Tetris-like.
It is very Tetris-like. Less stressful than Tetris, though. And then also there's a game called My City.
A legacy game.
Which we are actually really enjoying, and we'll be putting out a review and walkthrough soon. So if you have those games or played those games, you might like this. Or if you like this, you might want to check those out.
Honestly, a final thought. This should be in your collection. Yeah. It's cheap enough. The box is small enough. It fits just about anywhere.
Good travel game.
It's a great travel game. It's a great gateway game that if you're teaching new players who've never played nerdy games before, this is a great one to bring them on in, and like this will sit in the top 10, I think, of my favorite games. Maybe not at the high end of that, but it'll sit in there as just this is one, or something really similar to this. I know there's a number of games that are using similar mechanics that really just should be in your collection. Yeah.
If you get this game and you're curious how to onboard people We do quick play instructions for all the games we review and do walkthroughs of. You can find that link below, totally free for you. But it's a great way to like onboard people, especially at a party or something. And speaking of that, we're curious what your guys' go-to party game is. This you could have for a party up to 100. I don't know why you'd want to do that. That's too many people. But what games do you bring out at a party? Till next time, we'll see you later.
Strategic. I mean, she's not going to go away.
She's not.
She's a problem that needs to be solved now.